What's up, guys? Nick with Mystic Manifesting, and I'm here with another video. Filming a couple of them. Just did one right now. Still looking bummy. Didn't do anything with my hair. Just left the gym, but I felt inspired. So I'm here to tell you guys some good manifesting tips and tricks and thoughts and keep you positive. So this is a reply to a viewer's question, and I'm going through a similar thing at the same time. And I could preface my story real quick. So I have/had an SP, which I have a video on the channel that I manifested back 5 times in a year and a half. Um, while not trying, we wound up breaking up, and there's the story to that is I do acting and comedy and stuff like that. So that's like what I do as a hobby. This is something else I just kind of picked up because I know the law and I like teaching it and I like talking about it. Um, but the basic background of it is I was doing a role where a character gets cheated on, broken up with, and I was just kind of not really feeling being with her anymore and stuff like that. So wanted to expand, but I didn't initiate anything. It just kind of came in the form of her leaving, which it hurt because I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, I didn't try to manifest her back. I didn't really want to. Then recently I started this channel and I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, can you come back from this? Can you get your SP back for a sixth time? Well, I mean, if you've done it 5, you could do it 6, right? There's no limit. There's nothing. You can't mess this up. You can't do anything wrong. I mean, I've tried it. I mean, I've been the perfect guy in the relationship where I've done nothing wrong and still lost the SP. We've gotten back together, and there have been fights where I was in the wrong, and she still came back. Most of the fights were a lot of times where she was in the wrong and just wanted to leave and get out. She still came back. So no matter whose fault it was, we kind of always came back together. Um, Even after being told, no, we'll never be together again. It can't ever happen twice, and then she came back. Um, which leads me up to, that's why I want to preface a little bit about my SP journey. Where I am now, I was manifesting actually, I didn't really know what I wanted, so I was up in the air. Like after, obviously there was a breakup, so I was up in the air. Do I want sorry, my eyes all dry. Did I want a new SP? So I kind of listed out things I'd look for in a new SP. Very similar traits to what I had in my old one. So in a way, maybe it was easier for the universe. The universe will always choose the path of least resistance. It's like water flowing. Going to choose the path of least resistance to get you the quickest result. It wants to give you the quickest result. Your God power and your subconscious wants to get you what you want as fast as possible, as long as you allow it to. But I wanted to find a new SP, and so I spent a lot of time working on me, my self concept, building myself up. Went back full time into doing my comedy and acting stuff, and I was writing and working on getting a promotion at work, and I was doing a whole bunch of stuff focused on me. And I wrote down the stuff for a new SP. Actually, I wound up going out with one who was she had everything on the list except for I got very detailed. She was like 2 or 3 inches shorter than the height I put down, and she had blonde hair instead of black. Everything else, she matched that list. So like I said, you will get everything you want. And she had some similarities to my old SP. And then I was trying to manifest someone from way in the past to see if time matters, which time doesn't matter. But still, all prefacing, I'm doing a huge setup to this story. And I do have a video about this, accidentally manifesting my SP back again. So I'm focused on them, these other 2 women, or 3, because there was a mystery. So it's like I'm up for these 2 or whatever the universe has to offer. I had kind of ruled out the old SP. Well, one night I was having a bad night, and I started thinking about her, and I started reacting to the 3D, and I was ranting about her a little bit. And boom, I get a message. It's her. We wound up going out on like a date and stuff like that, but we just decided, not to go anywhere with it. And she told me, like, I started kind of catching feelings throughout the date, and she kept saying friends, and then I kept saying friends, and we're trying to like friend zone each other, but at the same time there were times because I was wavering in my head, she's wavering too. So it's what you desire desires you. So if you desire somebody and you have your strong thoughts and your assumptions towards it, they will assume and feel the same way about you. When you're confused, they're confused too, which is what I've noticed. So at the end of it, she's like, I just want to be friends because that's what she chose, but I also didn't really know what I wanted. So I said, cool, whatever, leave it. Then I started saying, because I made a video about it for the channel, then I said I want to have this old SP back for a 6th time to prove stuff to everybody. And, which I mean, there's really nothing else to prove. I've done it 5 times, but I kind of wanted to do it a 6th time. Well, I was trying to do a date with her last weekend, but I'd reach out and I would do stuff, or I would say, hey, here's what the date's going to be, and this is what's called manipulating the 3D, almost trying to entice a person to go out with you because of this or that or whatever. And then this upcoming weekend, I've got 3 days left. I'd like to take her on a trip because I haven't gone anywhere all summer, but it's not looking good. It's I don't know what just flashed. Not looking good in my personal case here. She explicitly told me through a message, I just want to be friends and nothing more. Do you understand that? And I said, cool, yeah, whatever. Because in my head, I know, being God in my reality, anything can change. People change their mind all the time. And I had gone from, I never want to see you or be with you ever again, twice. She said that 2 different times and came back, and each time she came back, the relationship was stronger. And I don't believe that's just for me. I believe that works for everybody. So the whole preface and setup to my story and my personal experiences, I forgot his name. I want to say it was Kalen, who's a viewer of the channel, reached out to me in the comments and said that he wanted to get his SP back, but she told him she only wants to be friends. Okay, so I'm in the same boat now. But like I told him, you're starting at a good level. If your SP wants to be friends and they want to spend time with you, and they've already dated you, they still want to be around you after that. Okay, maybe the sex is out of it, but spending time with you is close to a relationship, and it's a lot better than being fucking blocked or told I never want to see you again. And if I could come back from that, and other people could come back from that and worse, and these other success stories, being just a friend first, a lot of relationships start with just being friends and then that happening. Or people get divorced, become friends, and get remarried. Like, there's nothing to feel bad about. You did nothing wrong. You can't do anything wrong. The only thing that's going to freak you out is focusing on time and the time delay. And I'm guilty of that myself too, because you think you have to make something happen and force the 3D and say, well, what if we do this and let's try that? Stop. Don't do none of that. Just focus on you. And if you send a text to do something and they don't reply, leave it alone. You don't have to do anything. Like Neville says, it's God's great will to give you what you want. You don't have to do anything to earn the gift from God. So you don't have to do anything to earn it. They might not respond to you for a while. There might be radio silence. There might be nothing where you hear from them. A third party might come in. I've had that too. And you write a little letter to the third party and you say, get the fuck out. And in my case, third party was gone in a couple of days. Some people it takes longer. But the key is patience. Patience, faith, and belief. Faith and belief kind of the same. but you just have to, like Neville says, if it be late, then wait. Just wait for it. There's a million better things you can do. And to take from a Stoic philosophy of Jocko Willink, Navy SEAL motivational speaker, he always says good. Everything is good, which goes into the manifesting principle of nothing has meaning unless you assign it meaning. So, for example, your SP leaves you. There's no meaning to that. It's just an event that happened. To somebody who's viewing it from the outside, it doesn't mean anything. But because you were there and you were involved in it, you have assigned a meaning that now this person left and it's a horrible thing. Or if you didn't really love them and they left, it's a good thing. But it doesn't, like, you assign that meaning. So what Jocko Willink says is everything is good. So no matter how you feel about it, you don't want them to leave, but they leave anyway. Good. More time to focus on yourself. You did want them to leave and they left. Good. You got exactly what you wanted. Either way, you don't have to accept the reality, but look at everything in a positive light. You could still be manifesting that person back. You could still do your techniques. You could still feel like you're dating them and stuff like that. But in the meantime, instead of spending all day crying about it, feeling like shit, not wanting to do anything, not talking to people, if you were in a relationship with someone, law of assumption is assuming it's done already and living as if it was done. If you were happily dating this person already, would you be laying around the house, not texting your friends back, not talking to your family, not doing any of that stuff? No, it wouldn't matter. You would go off and text people, hang out, follow your passions, do your hobbies, go to work, and we would be unfazed and unbothered. I know it's easier said than done because I've struggled too, but it's a long video and I'm all over the place, I feel like. But I did want to make the video saying you can get out of the friend zone. I'm going to prove it to you guys. I'm going to document it through a series of videos. But I'm also still... Here's how it's going to happen. It's going to happen because I don't really care. See, me caring and trying to put a thing on it, I have to prove it to the people who are viewing the videos. You don't got to prove it to anybody or yourself. When you put pressure on it like that, it's going to delay stuff. Don't put any pressure on anything, it will delay it. But that might be a limiting belief. Maybe you believe that you create the rules to all this stuff too. It's crazy because if I believed something was going to happen in 2 weeks, sorry, that's my dryer. If I believed something was going to happen in 2 weeks, it happened in 2 weeks. A lot of people, I see it going around the 3 days to make something happen. I'm trying to do that right now. Not trying, it's already happened, right? I'm going to report back when that one's done. But I try to make these videos short. I'm at like 13 minutes now. But I ramble, I talk a lot, I get passionate about this stuff. I like sharing my stories and motivating you guys and trying to, keep you positive because I know that journey, especially the SP thing. I feel like everybody's out here looking for the SP. But stop worrying about that and focus on you for a bit too, like I'm saying. So I don't even want to say the name because I don't know if I got it right, but to the viewer who asked me about can you get out of the friend zone with your ex, I don't care what the circumstance is, I don't care how long it takes, I don't care what happened, you will make it out. I want to make the video as soon as possible to show you guys, but it could be a year or 6 months or whatever down the road. If it be late, then wait, like Neville said. So be patient. Know that nothing is impossible. Know that the dryer keeps making noise. But know nothing's impossible. Know that you can't do anything wrong. Know that you set the rules. Know that you're going to get whatever you want. It's just going to happen in due time. Whatever is easiest to manifest. And if I could come back from, I never want to see you again twice, and other people could come back from divorce to friends to marriage again, and somebody else asked me about what if you did the cheating or they did the cheating. I've been in one where I was cheated on, but still came back to, that's more on yourself. I had to forgive. I went inside and forgave because there was no talking circumstances. So I forgave, third party out, and she came back, asked for forgiveness. I did the forgiveness in person, but I did everything mentally first. So if you got cheated on, it's up to you to forgive and do all that stuff and welcome them back in, mentally first. If you did the cheating, I know a guy who did do that, wound up marrying his SP a year later after blocked, split, everything like that. And I believe there was a third party involved in that too. After I think she went to someone else after that, but he still married his SP. So there is literally not one fucking circumstance, guys, that's going to stop you guys. The friend zone doesn't matter. You're one step closer to dating that person than being blocked or not knowing them or being friend zoned from the very beginning, especially if you've dated and now are stuck as friends. There's already a history. They're going to have something trigger. The more they hang around you, it's going to trigger a good memory, a good response, and you're going to make it out of it. So you can't get out of the friend zone. Focus on yourself. Be patient. Live your life. Have fun. Be happy. Be positive. And I think this was from the other video that I just filmed, and I don't think I talked about it here, but be grateful. So that's my long rant. I got hyped up. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully we stayed on track. We'll call this video, Can You Manifest Your Way Out of the Friend Zone? Yes. I'm still learning. Doing YouTube as a teaching tutorial, not just making weird, stupid videos and skits. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. This is Nick with Mystic Manifesting. And I'll put my email in the bio or bottom or whatever. And if you have questions, you can send them there. You can send them to the comments, and I'll try to make a video on it. So catch you guys later. Stay positive.